Bill Belichick is one of, if not the greatest coaches of all time.
We're getting ready for Cincinnati.
His ability to create unique schemes and strategies to defeat opponents is unlike anything we've ever seen before. So it's time to put his latest defensive scheme, the dime package, into Madden to wreak havoc on our opponents. Let's go! Before we get into any specific plays, let's talk about the goals of this defense. The first goal is to create a similar look to mix up coverages that will create an unpredictable defense that will confuse the offense. The second goal is to use the safeties in the middle linebacker positions to create more speed in the box, where they can hit run gaps faster and cover the tight ends and running backs. The third goal is varying who goes out on coverages and who blitzes to further create the most unpredictable defense in Madden 23. So let's get into the plays. We will be in the Patriots defensive playbook, mostly under the dime packages Sugar Week and 1-4-6. If you feel like you need a better run defense, running the 2-3 can help, but usually the initial formations can do fine against the run. The first play we're going over is in the Sugar Week formation called DB Blitz 1. In Belichick's scheme, this will be called one double rat. In one double rat, the one is referring to having one high safety, and the double rat is referring to the DNs who, instead of blitzing, will drop back in coverage while everyone else is manned up. The word rat in Belichick's scheme is simply saying that a player can either blitz or drop back in coverage depending on what he sees the offense is doing. For the personnel in this formation, make sure to sub in a safety into the interior position, as usually this player will drop back in coverage, but sometimes will blitz as well. So how does this play work in Madden? When we come out of the DB Blitz 1 play, the adjustments you want to make is putting the DNs on a curl flat or hard flat depending on how your opponent is playing on offense, blitz the player that's manned up on the running back, and shade the defense over the top by pressing triangle or Y and going up with the right stick. And be sure to be using the blitzing corner, who will end up being a third rat in the defense where you are free to blitz or help in coverage to lurk interceptions and blitz the quarterback for an easy sack. You can see that this defense can lead to great things on the defensive side of the ball, but one way to make it even better is to incorporate Belichick's man-match coverage, which will be referred to as cross-manning in Madden. If you are playing someone with speed, like Tyreek Hill, something you can do is put the corner matched up with him on a deep third. Then, man up the safety to Tyreek. This not only creates a cross man, but it creates a type of double team bracket that Belichick refers to as a slice. This way, if Tyreek runs a streak, he will have a deep third guarding him, and if he runs a deep in route, we have a safety with deep inside leverage to lock up any deep ball. You can also double team receivers with your safety, which Belichick calls rabbit or deuce depending on the leverage your players have. This play, being able to utilize DNs in coverage and creating brackets, will only confuse the opponent and lead to game-breaking plays on the defensive side of the ball. For the second play that we're going over, it is called Cover 1 Rat, where Belichick keeps one high safety in his zone coverage while everyone is manned up except for the rat, who will be the user in this play. For this play, we will be in the 1-4-6 formation, and the play is called Mike SS 1 Dog. For this formation, you want to sub in safeties in the middle linebacker position to generate more speed for the defense. For the adjustments, all you're going to do is pinch the D-line and linebackers by pressing left on the D-pad and down on the left stick, then right on the D-pad and down on the left stick again. This will create a 5-man front, which is how Belichick likes to disguise his defensive plays. And the last adjustment is to just shade the corners over the top by pressing triangle or Y and up on the right stick. Now, what makes this play special is the fact that your user, or the rat as Belichick would say, can either help in coverage or blitz the QB. This can create extra confusion for the opponent and can force him to make bad throws or hold the ball for a potential sack. And your user, the rat, will be able to lurk throws crossing the field to create big time turnovers. Now, Belichick loves mixing up man coverage, and one way he does that is by showing blitz, then dropping 8 defensive players back into coverage. So we will go over cover 4 drop in the 1-4-6 formation. The adjustments are simple. Pinch your D-line and linebackers by pressing left on the D-pad and down on the left stick, then right on the D-pad and down with the left stick again. Then, as an optional adjustment, you can press Y or triangle and down on the left stick to press your defense to show more of a blitz look. Now, this defense has shown me countless times that for some reason the 3 rushers can get to the QB, which makes the secondary's job a lot easier. But if there is no pressure, you will still have 8 people in coverage while you are using one of the inside zone defenders to lurk any quick passes or anything up the middle. The great great thing about this defense is the variety of plays and different strategies you can use to counter anything your opponent is doing while still catering to your player's strengths, and that is what makes Belichick so special as a coach. The next coverage play we will go over will be a hybrid cover 3 defense. Belichick calls cover 3 either Denver or Thief, depending on what side of the field the safety is rolling to. But in this play, we will be in the 1-4-6 formation, and the play is cover 3 sky. The adjustments I make in this play is shading the defense over the top by pressing triangle or Y and hitting the right stick up. And I like to use the blitzing corner and use him as an additional rack, where you can rush the passer or drop back in coverage to cut off quick seam routes. This coverage does a great job cutting off crossing routes and knocking the ball out of the receiver's hands, utilizing your hard-hitting safeties and linebackers. The next play we will go over is cover 6 in the 1-4-6 formation. Cover 6 is one of the best zone coverages in Madden, and we are going to enhance it even further by using Belichick's defensive strategies of hybrid defense. For the adjustments, we are going to give the offense a 5-man front look by pressing left on the D-pad and down with the left stick, and right on the D-pad and down with the left stick again. Then depending on how the offense is playing, you can either run this play base, man up a single receiver, or do something like I do here, where I blitz an underneath zone defender that has not been on a blitz yet that the opponent would not expect. The QB did not read the blitz and he threw it right into my coverage for an easy pick. You can see here that this defense can also stop the run with our fast safeties in the box hitting their run gaps. Now, what is a Belichick defense without an unstoppable exotic blitz? For this play, we will go over DB Sting in the 1-4-6 formation. This blitz brings 7 people on a rush with 2 deadly outside blitzes by the corners. But since we have 7 blitzing, someone will be unguarded. So the only adjustment you will make is shading over the top by pressing Y or triangle and going up with the right stick. And make sure you are using a blitzer on the side of the unguarded man so you can guard that receiver. And when the ball is snapped, unleash the blitz, and if the QB doesn't get rid of the ball fast enough, the blitz will get to the QB for an easy loss of yards. The next blitz is out of the cover 6 play in the 1-4-6 formation. You'll see that this blitz can be very glitchy. All you're gonna do is pinch the D-line and linebackers like you did before. Then you're gonna put the mid-zone read linebacker and the backside hook curl linebacker on a blitz. And you'll see that the O-line was not able to block this blitz stunt, which led to a poor throw under pressure and a close interception. And that is all the plays that you need to dominate the defensive side of the ball in Belichick's scheme. Tell me what you think about this video and if the scheme works for you. And let me know if you think Belichick is the greatest of all time. And if not, who do you think is? Thank you for watching. Have a great day.